Hello and welcome to day 64. And in the past days, there's one thing about shading or like brushes and textures. And what I was asking myself, how do people like make such a nice transition in values from dark to light? Like for example, here with the airbrush, that kind of works, but they don't use always the airbrush for it. They just use a brush that somehow blends into itself without, I think it's without blending tools. So that's what I wanted to discover today and look into brush settings, what options are there. So the first we have opacity setting, and the opacity setting is like this harsh edges there, and it's not like very nicely blend in. So I think it's not how you do it. So opacity setting tightening to pressure level. Then there is also the option with color mixing. It's still not the way. You can change here a lot of parameters. It's kind of on the way how I want it to be, like where you blend the values from light to dark. But it's still not quite it. It's very soft, if I may say it so. So maybe you need to change some structure there, some settings like this, a lot of those. Then we think we have also the gap between brushes. Here I'm trying this also out. Looking kind of okayish. But I think that's it for... Oh yeah, I also installed a couple of brushes to experiment with what and find out what the brushes are do. And you see me testing out with the actual blend, the tool itself. But it's still not the desired result that I wanted to have it. There's also water eraser. Like, okay, there's definitely a possibility to have it like blend it after you apply the colors, but it looks like some brushes are able to blend in without doing this after process, because it would be nice if you have it like in one stroke. I think so, like right now. Do brush shape, I will not even touch this. It is complicated with just one brush shape. And then we have hardness of the round brush. It especially works only on round brush on Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, that also it's not the way to go, pretty sure, because you see how you can see it, how dim the it really look not very clear. It's like airbrush, but even worse, I think. Then we have the brush density option here. And this is already near what I think how it should be. And you can also, of course, mix them together. And I think brush density is a little bit different to opacity, but I'm not sure how much different. And in the end, I end up putting brush density and opacity in one go to achieve what you probably right now see. So the next, that's actually it for the summary. There's also, let's talk about the texture. There is a lot about what you can put the texture on your brush. Maybe it also works, but I wanna try to with brush density and opacity settings, mixing color maybe on to do it also. An honorable mention from the Clip Studio Paint standard brushes. I think it's called, like you see right now, the soft bleed brush, which kinda good for eyes maybe, or like for sky. I don't know. I did like this texture, and yeah, that's what I can say about it. And I think thank you for watching, listening. I wish you a great day, night, afternoon, and see you in the next day.